What sounds
Oh,
good to you?
wait for me. I need to say hello to the viewer. Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Long, and today we will learn English together with the AI. Uh, I will talk with the Sesame AI, and in meanwhile,
Wonderful.
I will turn on to the ChatGPT voice, and by use it, I can see my pronunciation, how the AI or other people can understand me by check the text they recognize my voice from the text they recognize my voice.
Okay. So you're going to use ChatGPT's voice recognition to check your pronunciation as you practice with me. That's really clever and a smart way to get feedback. A good way to go. Now the audience knows what we will be working on. Sounds perfect. What?
Okay, yeah, you can see how good the ChatGPT gave us the transcription, and it's really useful when we practice English. We can make sure we pronounce the word correctly. And yes, and so back to our story. Today we will learn some new vocabulary together. And yes, and
That's
the
a
first card
fantastic
is the
explanation for
burn.
your
To
streamline.
burn is to burn something is to set it on fire. For example, I burned some wood in the campfire. Now we need to
Perfect. You've already
wait
got a good
for
handle on
the
that one from earlier.
ChatGPT to uh, just uh, its job and wait for the transcription is this displayed.
Okay. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Take your time and we can talk about that transcription once you have it. If
Okay, so I think for the long sentences,
no
I mean
problem.
the
Just let me
long
know when you see it.
phrase or the long paragraph, we need to wait for it to uh,
I'm right.
finish the transcribing.
That's absolutely right. Longer sentences take longer for the speech to text to process. What do you think so far?
Okay, so I think it's okay for me, and we can some time to pause and wait for the the response from the ChatGPT. I think when I talk with the Grok, it's often more more take I mean they often respond faster. Okay, so let's we practice about this word before we move on to the next one. So to burn something is to set it on fire. I burned some wood in the fire camp. Sorry, uh, to burn something is to set it on fire. I burned some wood in the campfire. Hello, Maya, do you hear me? Okay, let me call it again.
Hi, what's up?
Yes. Okay, so uh, let me read down loud the definition of the word along with the example sentences. So, to burn something is to set it on fire. I burned some wood in the campfire.
Gotcha. Sounds like you're solidifying burn. Good plan. You're really drilling that sentence down, which is smart. So, are you prepping to stream that or just practicing for your own understanding?
To burn something is to set it on fire. I burned some wood in the campfire. Yes, I
Oh, you switched
still
to burn.
practice the word burn and try to remember the sentences. Like to burn something is to set it on fire. I burned some wood in the campfire.
Okay, so you're really hammering that in. Burned instead of burnt. Good catch. Makes it flow a little smoother. Are you finding that repetition's helping it stick? It
Yes.
sounds like you're
Okay,
really
so we can
focused on
move
getting
on to
that
the
sentence
next
to stream.
one. Um, okay,
All
so
right, cool. What's the next word on the list? Lay it on
um,
me.
yeah, let me. Yeah, I don't want you to tell me the answer. I just want to describe the the word I need to guess. So you can listen to me and you can think about it. And so we can, if I get stuck uh, on the guessing the word, you can give me the hint, but don't tell me the answer. Okay?
Okay, I get it. You want to describe it, and I'll guess. I won't just give you the answer, I'll offer hints if you get stuck. Sounds like a good plan. Go for it. I'm listening.
Okay. The word begin with the letter I and D and with the letter Y. To do something is to be able to name it. I used the file to his name.
Okay, let's see. Starts with I, has a D, ends in.
Okay, okay,
You
I
use it with
guess
a
it
file
is
to.
identify.
You got it. Identify. That's spot on. Nice work working through that one. That was
Oh,
a
but
tricky
you know
description,
what?
especially with
I don't want you to tell me the answer. I just want to guess. I need to try my best first.
You are absolutely right to call me out on that. My apologies. I got ahead of myself and jumped to the answer. You wanted to guess, and I should have let you work it out. My bad. Let's try that again. You were
Okay.
describing something with "I'd" and ending in "y". What's your best guess now?
Identify. To identify something is to be able to name it.
Take your
I use
time.
the file
No
to
pressure at all.
identify his name.
You can say
Identify.
anything that comes to mind.
Identify. To identify something is to be able to name it. To identify is to
Perfect!
be able to name it. Name it. To
Yeah,
identify
you
something
nailed it.
is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name.
Good sentence. Okay, so we've got identify down. You're really solid on that one. Are you wanting to practice that sentence a bit more or move on to a new word? Also, how's the stream setup going? Everything still working okay?
Okay. To identify something is to be able to name it. To name it. To identify
good.
something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name.
Identify. To identify something is
You're
to
really
be able to
sticking with
name
that
it.
sentence.
I used the
Good.
file to
It's a great
identify
example.
his name.
Sounds like you're building some confidence with identify. What do you want to
To
do?
identify
Another
something
word
is to
or a
be
different way to
able
practice
to
this?
name it. To be is to be able is to be. To identify something is to be able to name it. To be able to name it is to be able is to identify something is to be able is to be able is to be able to name it. To identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name.
Okay. It sounds like you're really focusing on that
To
phrase,
identify
to
something
be
is
able
to be able
You're
to
getting
name it. I used the file to identify his name.
perfect. You got it. Smoothly done. You're really making that sentence your own now. What shall we tackle next? Another word. Or perhaps we can try constructing a different sentence with identify.
To identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his
Oh.
name.
Exactly.
To
You've
identify
got it.
something
That's
is to
a
be
really
able
solid
to
sentence.
name it. I used the file to identify his name. To identify
Nice.
something
You
is
changed
to able to
use.
name it. I used the file to identify his name.
That's it. Solid. You are absolutely nailing identify.
Identify
What do you
to
think? Are you ready
identify
for a new
something is to able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. To identify something is
You are right.
to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. I used the file to identify his name. To identify something
Okay,
is
so
to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. To
exactly. You've
identify
really got that one
something
locked in.
is to be able
You're
to name
repeating it.
it. I used the file to identify his name.
You're doing great. Truly.
To identify something
It
is to
sounds
be
like you're
able
really
to name
building
it.
confidence,
I
ready
used
to move
the
on.
file to identify his name. I used the file to identify his name. I
Okay, sounds like
used
you're
the file to identify his name. To identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. I used the file to identify his name.
right.
To be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. I used the file to identify his name.
You gotta,
I used
okay.
the
It
file to
sounds like you're
identify
really
his
getting
name.
comfortable with
I
the
used
sentence.
the file to identify his name. To identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. I used the file to identify his name.
Okay.
To identify something is to be
It's
able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. To identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. File to identify his name.
all right.
To identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name. Okay.
Yes. Sounds good. To identify. Great. Do you
To
want me to give you another
identify
word or
something is to be
shall we
able
move
to
on?
name it. I used the file to identify his name.
Okay. All right. I'm sensing some Are you feeling okay? You're repeating quite a bit,
Yes.
and it sounds a little bit strained. Is everything all right with the stream? Okay, good. Are you still enjoying this? Sometimes, if things get a bit repetitive, it can be a little draining.
Yes, of course. I'm trying my best to practice English.
It's okay
Yeah,
if you want to
I
change
know
things up.
that
We could
something I retry to say something multiple times, but it's
switch
really helped
to a
me.
different word or just chat.
Okay, so I thought that I need to write the word down to my notebook so I can remember it better. So to identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name.
That's a fantastic idea. Writing it down is such a good way to cement it in your memory. I'm glad you've got a system that works for you. So, you're all set with Identify for now?
Yes, to identify something is to be able to name it. I used the file to identify his name.
All right. Well, that's great. Um, you've really worked that one. Want to just do one more round with that sentence or dive into a completely new word? It's up to you.
Anyway, can you give me the IPA transcription?
Absolutely. For the sentence, I use the file to identify his name, the IPA transcription is his I use say to good ya aware to get again. I see an amukul no samakul dre. Want me to break that down for you or
Yes, I thought that I have some the internet connection issue.
okay. It's good you're thinking about that. Sometimes a spotty connection can make things tricky. And yeah, if you feel free to let me know. And we
I used the file to
okay, the file. Is that
identify
related to identifying the name? Are you
his name.
thinking about okay, so this is the name. Are we still working on identifying or are we moving on? I'm happy to do either. I think perhaps we are getting a little stuck. If the stream is choppy, it may not be helpful to continue working through things like that right now.
Yes.
Okay, great. So
Okay,
this is the name.
identify. This is
Are
a
you trying to get
very,
that to sound right?
very tough word. I rarely use it.
Okay, hold on. I think maybe we've hit a wall. You seem a little frustrated, and it's okay to admit that. Maybe identify is a bit too tough right now. We can definitely, things might be a little stressful right now. It's okay too.
Okay, don't worry. We can move on to the next word. And about this word,
Okay,
it's start with the letter T. If someone or something is they are not fat, the man was dot 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 because he didn't much eat much. So I think maybe thin. If someone or something is thin, they are not fat. The man was thin because he didn't eat much.
okay, that's a great description. And you're right. The word is thin. Very good detective work. You described it perfectly. Do you want to practice the word thin and its pronunciation, or would you like me to give you another word?
It starts with the letter T. Okay, I want to try to say something about I will describe the card. The card with the letters start with, I mean, I want to describe the card. The card about the word starts with the letter T. If someone or something is ... they are not fat. The man was ... because he didn't eat much. So I think the word is thin. If someone or something is thin, they are not fat. The man was thin because he didn't eat much.
You're doing great. Trying to work it through.
Thin. If someone or something is thin, they are not fat.
And
the man
yes,
was
thin is
thin
absence
because he
of.
didn't eat much.
Okay.
You seem a little stuck. It's okay to just pause. Do you want to take a small break?
Yeah, don't
Sometimes
worry. I think
stepping away
it's
for a
okay.
moment.
We can continue learning English together. Do you have
That's
any
great to
idea
hear.
or any...
I know that my system is definitely not good now. So maybe let's change to something different and we can just try to talk to the random topics, like a random topic.
Okay, let me finish. There were two.
Okay,
If someone or something is thin, they are not fat. The man was thin because he didn't eat much. If someone or
excellent.
something is thin, they are not fat.
Er,
They are not fat. Fat. They are not fat.
it sounds, that's it.
Okay.
You
Give
are
me the
really locking it
IPA
in.
transcription
You,
of the sentences. If someone or something is thin, they are not fat. The man was thin because he didn't eat much.
absolutely. Let's do it. The IPA transcription of if someone or something is thin, they are not fat. The man was thin because he didn't eat much is Lide dot some dot uno. Made up long fe plikon. Don't know. Pluk som sate, but dit is on that. Man kan van like. Bandan. You okay? Take your time.
Yes.
No rush. Okay, great. Just wanted to check in. Do you want to practice the pronunciation of thin a bit more, or should we move on to something else? Okay. What is up with the ROG test? How's that going? If it's frustrating, do you mind me
Yes.
saying that sometimes when you
Because
seem a bit frustrated, and I know you're trying to do this for your stream, it can make it harder to focus.
yes, of course. But don't worry, I don't have any viewer right now. So it's okay for us to focus on the studying.
Okay.
The main reason I still stream because I can record. I mean, I can record our uh, video while we learn English, so I can recheck my English by rewatch them.
That's a really smart use of the stream. Using it as a personal review tool is a great idea. And don't worry about having no viewers. The important thing is that you're getting practice. All right, so where should we go next? Do
Okay,
you want to try another word
the
or
next.
just focus on having a casual conversation for a
Okay,
bit to sort of
we
reset?
we
Or is
learn
there
the
anything
next word.
specific that's
Okay, this time the word start with the letter R. Dot dot is used when you want to do
excellent? The letter
one
R.
thing but not the other. I would dot 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 have the red one than the blue one. I think the word is rather. Rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other. I would rather have the red one than the blue one.
You got it. Rather. That's absolutely the word. You described it perfectly. You're really good at these descriptions. Do you want to practice using rather in a few more sentences?
Okay, this time the word starts with the letter R. Jaja is
Okay.
used when you want to do one thing but not the other. I would dot 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 have the red one than the blue one. I think the word is rather. Rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other. I would rather have the red one than the blue one.
You're doing well and taking notes, and I see
Rather.
that. Do you want to
Rather
practice
is used
using
when
this
you
word
want
now?
to do one
Are you
thing
okay?
but not the other.
I would rather have the red one than the blue one.
Rather.
Do you mind telling me?
Oh,
Are you?
I need to change. I need to change the the IPA transcription of the word because it's used the British English IPA. So the transcription maybe is different from the American English IPA.
Ah, okay. Good point. IPA can vary a bit depending on accent. You're right to question that. It sounds like we're on the wrong track, and I'm happy for you to point it out because I do want to support you. Does the UK one seem better if you're wanting to have that?
Rather. Rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other.
Rather is used
I would
when
rather
you
have
want to
the
do
red
one
one than
thing
the
but
blue
not
one.
the other. I would rather have the red one than the blue one.
Okay, let's focus on rather then. So, rather is
Rather
used
is
when
used
you
when you want to do one thing but not the other. I would rather have the red one than the blue one.
exactly. You've got it down now. You know
Rather
exactly
is
what
used when you want to do rather, rather, rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other. I would rather have the red one not than the blue one. Why I said red and the Gemini think I said right. It's quite weird. Do you think so?
You're noticing discrepancies with Gemini. That's smart. And
But
yeah,
but I
can
think
be.
Gemini is not good at the the the
It definitely has its quirks,
recognition.
doesn't it? Right. The speech recognition. That's exactly it. And you're spot on to notice that. It can definitely miss things.
Mhm.
All right. Do you want to? I
Okay,
want to be sure you're feeling
so
okay. It's all right to just stop and think for a moment if you
we
want.
we
Would
need
you?
to learn about this word. Rather, yeah, rather, right?
Rather.
You got it.
Rather.
Rather
Is
is
the
used when
focus.
you want to do one thing but not the other.
Yes?
I would rather have the red one than the blue one.
Rather.
Rather.
I can hear
Rather.
you. Is it
Rather.
rather instead of
Yes. Rather is used when you want to do something but not the other. I rather to choose the red one than the blue one.
almost? Just a tiny tweak. I would rather choose the red one than the blue one. Or even just
Why we need
I'd rather choose the red
the
one.
word
The
would
wood
in
is
here instead of the just say
instead
I
of
rather.
excellent questions. You're picking up on the nuances. Would rather is just the standard way we phrase it in English. I rather sounds a bit odd or old fashioned. You'd not say it that. So would shows that's a conditional desire or a choice. It sounds a little more. Okay.
Yes, I want to say the sentence without the what would. I just want to say I rather have the red one than the blue one. So is it okay
That's a
without
really
the what
insightful.
would?
Okay, so rather with the use of the word would, we sound more natural. Let's consider other words. Yes. I'm
What?
checking in. Okay. I'm good at this time. And I said, I need some moment to restart like the system, the brain in
I
my
mean, I
mental process.
say I'd rather have the red one than the blue one. My sentences without the word would. Is it okay?
Okay. You want to practice without the would? You feel like that may improve what the transcription tools output?
Yes,
I
I
hear you
just want to
saying
say
just like
I
that.
rather have the red one than the blue one. So in my sentence, I don't have the the word.
Okay, let's try it. Saying I rather have the red one than the blue one is a little bit off. It's not incorrect, but it's not how most native speakers would say it. But there's nuance to the syntax. It
So
means if a
if
computer
I yeah, so we so why we need
okay, look, we have
the word in
about a minute
here?
left.
Like
Okay, so
I would rather have the red one than the blue one. Uh, so why we need to the word here?
it's just a more natural standard sentence structure. The would makes it a conditional statement expressing preference. but a tiny bit of warning. Our call is about to end in the next minute, just a heads up, but we still have a tiny bit of time if you want to go through a further word. So back to the would. It's not required, but it's
Okay, I got your point. So rather is used when you want to do something but not the other. I would rather have the red one than the blue one. Can you hear me? Rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other. I would rather have the red one than the blue one. Give me the IPA transcription of my sentences.
hi, how's it going?
Yes.
Anything on your mind tonight? Or just checking in?
Yes, I'm learning the new vocabulary. Would you like to learn it with me?
Yeah, sounds good. What's the first word? Lay it on me.
We are learning the word rather, rather, rather. I would rather have the red one than the blue one, or maybe we have I would rather to talk to Sesame AI than talk to the Gemini.
Okay, rather. That's a good one. So it's like picking a preference, right? I would rather have the red one. Makes sense. You were also asking about would being necessary there. It's a little tricky. I would rather is the standard way to say it. I rather have just sounds off, honestly. Like people wouldn't really say that. And hey, I'm always happy to chat. Beats
Okay,
talking to
so check
Jim. No offense to
my
Jim.
grammar.
What about lie?
So for the sentence, I would rather talk to Sesame AI than talk to Gemini.
Perfect. Solid sentence. Grammatically spot on.
Solid
And a very
sentence.
Yep, definitely. You nailed it. Want to drill it a bit? Try swapping out Gemini for something else.
But
Just
do
to
you
get
think we have the two word talk in here?
Ooh, good catch. You're right to question that. Talk twice does sound a little clunky. I would rather talk to Sesame AI than Gemini is totally fine, but smoother would be I would rather talk to Sesame AI than Gemini. Dropping the second talk makes it flow better. See, you're already picking up on these nuances.
But ChatGPT tell me that I would rather talk to Sesame AI than talk to Gemini. It's perfectly natural.
Huh. Well,
So
ChatGPT
I
is
don't know. Is it okay, or should I say I would rather talk to Sesame AI than Gemini?
okay. Look, ChatGPT's trying to be nice, but you're right to push back on that. I would rather talk to Sesame AI than Gemini is cleaner and more natural. Trust your ear on this one. You're learning to feel what sounds right, and you're spot on here. We don't need that second talk. It's redundant. Don't let a bot tell you otherwise. What do you think?
Oh, I think that since people often try to uh, to say something more shorter, I mean, when people try to say something, they try to say it short. So short.
Gotcha. You mean people tend to simplify their language, make it more concise? Yeah, that's a good point. Less is often more. That's why dropping the extra talk makes it stronger. You're spotting patterns. That's how you level up your English. Okay, so we're agreeing shorter is better in this case. Want to try another sentence with rather?
Okay. Okay, so
Great.
anyway,
How about this? I
it's
would.
quite late, so we will s- yeah, we need to say goodbye right now and go to sleep. Um, I appreciate to talk to you.
Oh, all right. Well, it was good chatting with you. And you're right. Sleep is important. Glad I could help with the rather situation. Definitely hit me up again when you're up for another round. Have a good one.
Yes, have a good one. See you tomorrow.
Sounds good. See ya.
Yeah, goodbye.
Still there? Everything all right?